when I think about who is sitting down laughing at the chaos, miseducation, and inflated self-worth of some black people, no matter where they may be in the world, I think their spirits aren't right. When I hear so-called Christians denounce people who are part of the one human race, but who are and have been similarly treated to our ancestors here, I see PTSD, post-traumatic slave disorder. One thing I know is wrong is protecting your so-called masters and their ancestors over people of color, no matter how angry you get. I don't know if y'all remember this group. They were called the Supremes, okay? And when I thought about some things today, it reminded me, and so I'm gonna borrow a little bit of their wordage. The European pet, who most say might resemble the slaves of yesteryear. But I say those slaves have not died and went away. They have only evolved. And what they say is, I'm gonna do all the things for you, master, that a slave would do. Oh, baby, I'll sacrifice for you. I'll even do wrong for you. Oh, baby, every minute, every day, every hour, I'm gonna shower you with love and affection, master. Look out, it's coming in your direction. I'm gonna make you love me. Oh yes, the slave will do it. Yes, he will. They will make you love them. Oh yes, they will. Their love is strong, you see. I know you'll never get tired of them, you see, because they're gonna use every trick in the book to get you hooked, master. And every night and every day, they will say, I'm gonna get you, I love you. Look out, boy, because I'm gonna get you. Oh yes, I'm gonna make you love me, is what the slave says, even today. Oh baby. And I said that with conviction because we have so many of our people that we cannot trust. And the same plight is happening in Africa, okay? And we can see it playing out on the media, social media, TV, even in our own homes and communities. But let's get back to what I want to talk about. You see, Africans are not our problem. We are not Africans' problems. They are our long-lost ancestors, even if we didn't want to admit it or not. The origin of our problems are the people that you want to protect and you secretly want to become. See, a lot of black folks want to become white. You know, they get a little money, they don't want to go back to the ghetto, they don't want to even help the ghetto. We also our own problem, but that is besides the point. I cannot go outside and lynch, burn, rape, steal without being a lunatic. J. Edgar Hoover, who hated himself for having too much black blood and ancestry and wanted to prove how valuable he was to the Europeans and wanted to destroy that part of him that was non-European. He was no different than from any other powerful leaders who passed for white presidents. But you'll have to look at Dr. Claude Anderson's dirty little secrets to see who they were. Because I'm not going to tell you right now. You need to do your history. But back to Hoover. His campaign against his own people, just like you against your own people, was the greatest threat to America and the world. The greatest threat is black unity. It starts with no commonality or bond or origin or values, pride, dignity, and respect. They have done their job well. When you live in the belly of the beast and he feeds you, clothes you, and controls your mind, the media, and deadens your African spirit, you are lost in the wilderness of bitterness. You have lost your world and your worldview. Everything is skewed, twisted, distorted in you and outside of you. Your misunderstanding of history is his story. World events are his stories. You are media driven by people who are your enemy. But the baddest thing that I understood about all of this is that when you don't know who you are, you see, if you don't know you got $1,000 in the bank, you can't go withdraw that. But I'm going to tell you something. The European is standing on your mountain. And I don't know, I'm not talking revolution so far as any kind of physical thing. It's a mental revolution that has to happen up here. Civil disobedience. You got to tell that European, get off my mountain. Get off my cloud. You're just trying to bring me down. And you laugh in my face. Make me feel just like a clown. Baby, I better put you in your place. You see, because that kind of action I don't need. That kind of heartache I can't use. That kind of love I could do without. So go and play your game with someone new. And that's you talking to that European. Hey, you, get off my mountain. Get off my cloud. You're just trying to bring me down. You see, that kind of action, we don't need it. That kind of heartache, we don't need it. That kind of love, we can do without it. So tell that European to go play with someone new and stop trying to bring me down. Black people, you understand that in antiquity, long, long ago, who you were? Do you know how much they try to hide history from you? Why you think they're always running over there to Egypt and Africa, digging up stuff and won't even let you see what they dig up? And they hurry up and they bring it back to Europe or wherever. We don't understand how they got so entrenched in our beloved Africa. It's because we were too nice. We were spiritual creatures, you see? Do you realize the names that they call us, you know, like Sambo and nigger and things like that? Those were names of places. Those were names of gods, African gods. Those were Asian, Indian, and Indonesian gods. But you don't know that. I didn't know that until I did my history. And because we don't do our history, and I'm not just talking about our black history, I'm talking about the history of yourself. You see, we can call that the black psychology of ourselves. Because see, when I said PTSD, I meant what I said. We're still suffering from the traumatic and heinous and battered corpses and thoughts and memories of our forefathers. Y'all may not believe this, but to see, they had to deaden your African spirit to make you believe that you were less than human. And you haven't revived yourself yet. You walking around just like they have those people, zombies. Wake up. Take back your mountain.